Well boys, it finally happened. dbcb Exotics will be heading to this year's animalcon 2022. Man, I can't believe we've gotten this far. This is a huge opportunity for us. I'm very excited to do this, but with all that being said, we need to head out of this building, go to Florida to see the man himself, Brian Barczyk. Let's get going. No. 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 No! No! I'm sorry, son, but you didn't make the cut. This can't be real. Well, son, I'm afraid it is true. Your application has been rejected. Rejected? After everything I've done, 3 years, 500 videos, 20,000 subscribers, and this is the thanks I get. Well, they were looking for channels in like the hundreds of thousands to millions, not really like tens of thousands. Tens of thousands. And what of the BIMPSON cult? What about everything that I have worked for? It's, really not that deep. And what's next? Are you here to bestow me another fancy hat for my condolence? Nope. I was actually invited to animalcon and I'm gonna need this hat this time. But I will leave you with some grand sage advice. And that advice is going to be, get good. Fucking loser. Sorry about that. I have been rewatching the hit show Vikings from the History Channel, and now I truly do believe I myself am also a Viking. The dreadlocks will be coming back. Well folks, 2 for 2 on this whole convention type big get-together stuff for YouTubers I just cannot seem to get invited to. Now, am I upset about not getting invited to AnimalCon this year? I mean, a little. You know, if I'm gonna be honest, a little bit. I do this as a full-time career. I've been doing this as a full-time career since late 2020. It is a little jab in the ribs to not get invited to a place where you do full-time YouTube when you do in fact do full-time on YouTube. However, as the great Andrew Tate once told me, failure is nothing more than a happy accident, and Sigma males are not a real thing. With that information in mind, I decided to take power into my own hands and host my very own animal convention. Now, will this convention be better than Brian Barczyk's? Absolutely not. I did it on a grand budget of $0 once again. However, is it going to be better than TanaCon? Absolutely, because no one is going to get injured or almost die from going. Today I wanted to talk about 5 reptile YouTubers that also did not make the cut. However, just because they're a small channel does not mean that they shouldn't be acknowledged. Now, the first person I do want to mention on this list is going to be a man that is very driven, passionate, and knowledgeable about one specific species. A man that loves this specific animal and is just absolutely crazy about it. You're gonna get tons of knowledge if you do like these things, and that is going to be Alex from Alex's Agamids.
Hey guys, what's up? My name's Alex. I run the channel Alex's Agamids here on YouTube. As you can imagine, my main focus is with agamid lizards, specifically the species within the genus Physognathus, or your Chinese or green Vietnamese water dragons, as well as Hydrosaurus. That includes your 5 currently recognized sailfin species. I also am a huge nerd about reptile products, so if you need help understanding how to program a thermostat, such as a herpstat or a vivarium electronic stat, all the way down to radiant heat panels, heat tape, thermometers, incubation theory, I cover a lot of aspects that go into keeping reptiles, which you might not always think about. So if you're interested, feel free to subscribe and check out my channel. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to dbcb Exotics. I want to thank Dakota for having me on here. And as always, see you in the next video.
If you love Chinese water dragons, you are gonna absolutely adore Alex's channel. Not only does he document his years of successful breeding of the Chinese water dragon, but there's also plenty of information, educational videos on the species itself. For me, I've definitely taken some of Alex's videos to heart and spruced up some of my Chinese water dragon stuff that we do over here. Definitely an awesome guy, but we still have plenty of people to talk about. The channel I want to talk about is going to be for all the chameleon lovers out there. This is the place you want to go to if you want to get your chameleon content, and that is going to be number 4, Neptune the chameleon. Neptune is somewhat of a new reptile YouTuber on the place. I think she started about a year after I did, but has quickly even grown past me and is steadily rising to the top, almost to the point where I'm a little shocked she actually didn't get invited to animalcon. It is an amazing channel that you guys should definitely check out. Neptune the chameleon does chameleon videos, as the video channel name suggests. There is nothing but videos on chameleons, how to care for a chameleon, some of the videos on her chameleons, proper stuff, what to do, what not to do, what to get, what not to get. There's a bunch of stuff out there, so if you were ever looking for a chameleon, maybe you have a chameleon, or maybe you want to eventually get a chameleon, that is definitely a channel to look for all your chameleon needs. Now, the next person I want to talk about is actually a good friend of mine, someone I've been following for a little bit. I remember back when he had a couple of hundred subscribers to now over 1,000 people subscribed to him, and that man is going to be number 3, Scales13.
Here at Scales 13, the majority of our content is videos that are based on animal husbandry and care, which are based off of scientific research and data. Going forward, our channel is going to focus primarily on varanids. However, I do keep a few geckos, small colubrids, and other species of reptiles as pets as well. If you watch this channel, you'll be able to learn a lot about how to take care of animals and what it's really like to actually own one of these animals as a pet. Right now, our reptile room is going through a bit of an overhaul, but I'm bringing in new animals. I'm going to be decorating this place and making it an awesome reptile sanctuary. And we're doing a bunch of amazing enclosure upgrades that I'm sure you'll enjoy.
And thank you, Scales, for being one of the 2 people I'm talking about that brought their video submission over to me. Why did you talk so slow in the video, though? Scales has been making some awesome content on his Ackie monitor. He definitely has a bit of a repertoire for his Ackie monitors now, while also having some videos of blue-tongued skinks and leopard geckos as well. If any of those animals get your interest and you're like, yeah man, let's learn more about that specific species, well, head on over to Scales13. Hey boys, heading down on this list, we only got a couple more things to talk about. Couple more people I want to mention. Now, number 2 in this lot is going to be a very cool person, someone that I'll actually be collabing with here very shortly. I hope to get down there in time to see all of his amazing, beautiful tegus, and since I already mentioned tegus, you probably already know who is it going to be, and that is gonna be number 2, Rose City Reptiles. Now, as I mentioned, Rose City Reptiles does tegus, and I mean, this man does tegus. He has, I don't know, hundreds of tegus, 100 tegus. The man has a lot of tegus and takes absolutely fantastic care of them. I really wouldn't describe Rose City as a tegu breeder. I'd more describe him as a tegu farmer at this point, because he actually bought an entire ranch just for his tegu lizards. Due to him being from the south, he is able to keep these guys outdoors year-round until they're ready to brumate and they go back into his own facility. Rose City Reptiles is one of those channels that I do not understand why he is so small. He has such impressive content, great video production, and it's about tegus, man. Everybody loves tegus. What is going on there? If you're not already subscribed already, head on over to Rose City's channel, man. I'll have all the links of all the people we talked about in the description down below. Go show them some love. While I do think all these people would be great contenders for animalcon next year, there is really only one person I can truly say is the most deserving and really most humble about this whole thing, that really just, I mean, out of everyone, absolutely deserves to go to animalcon. And that person is going to be number 1, me. It's me, Brian. I'm the one who deserves to go. Brian Barczyk, did that podcast mean nothing to you? The laughs we shared? The car ride back home that we had together? The videos I've made about you saying nothing but good things. I tried to organize a boxing event for animalcon, and this is how you repay me. Nah, I'm just playing. You alright, man. Well, folks, it did come to my attention that the last style of this video I had made some people a little bit salty. So I guess it is at this point in time I have to put a disclaimer on the video that this video is satire, my friends. I hold no ill will to Brian Barczyk. While I am a little bummed I didn't get to go, I know that the animalcon videos are going to do very well, so in order to leech a couple of views, I decided to make my own little one to get just a couple thousand my way. Come on, guys. It's not like I want everyone in the BIMPSON cult to sprout their dbcb exotics merch that they purchased from me and hide it underneath the animalcon shirts that they have until the right moment strikes and they take off their shirt to reveal the dbcb exotics merch underneath that shirt and then begin to file a massive coup in the name of our Lord and Savior BIMPSON. It's a good thing I won't post this video until other people start posting animalcon videos, so that will never happen. You guys have probably already noticed, Dakota, this isn't your set. What's going on here? Well, I'm making some big changes over here at dbcb exotics. The Patreon crew already knows what's going on. I should at least have part 1 of this series out for Patreon exclusively. If you guys want to check that out, we have a bunch of different tiers for a bunch of different folks. Starts as low as $1 a month. It's a great place to be, and you get to see what mischief I'm up to in this reptile building. As always, folks, thank you so much for taking the time of your day to follow us over here at dbcb exotics. I will see you next time, but until then, goodbye. Now that the regular viewers are gone, BIMPSON cult, it is time to assemble. We have work to do.